निगमागमसारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवर्तक श्रीमन् परम शिव करुणासमधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्रचाम श्री चिण्डकाहलादि समस्त विरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संघ सत्योजात निर्वाण दीक्षाद्ययापवर्ग जीमूत परमत कलवेद केशरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु शबन शाक्यादि महांतकार निर्वाण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणा नरहार्ह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक ऋषभ ध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्तृ सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनो अवतारभूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ महासमस्तान ज्ञान साम्राज्य शासक सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ दृढ़वद्युत्तर ध्वशततम गुरु महासन्निधान महानिर्वाणि पीठस्य अष्टोत्तर सहस्रष्टि महामण्डलेश्वर अटल पीठस्य अष्टोत्तर सहस्रतम श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजत नित्यानंद पीठ महासमस्तान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तृ जगद्गुरु भगवान श्रीलश्री परमहंस नित्यानंद श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामी पराग पराग पराग
राजाधिराजाय प्रशक्यशालिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय गुरुमहे कामाय मह्येश्वरो वै श्रवणोदराय वैष्णवाय महाराजाय
சடடி போற்றி சிவன் சேவடி போற்றி நேயத்தே நின்றடி மலரடி போற்றி ஆரப்பிறப்பருக்கும் மன்னனடி போற்றி சீரார் பெரும் துறை நம் தேவனடி போற்றி ஆராத இன்பம் அருளும் மலை போற்றி ஈசனே சிந்தை கமலமன்னனே ஈசனே நீ வருவாய் ஒடு கனிகளை கொண்டு உன்னை பூஜித்தோ அருள் தருவாய் கலி என்னும் கடலினில் மூழ்கிட்டையும் இனி கலந்து காத்து கருணையும் பொய்கையில் அலர்ந்திட்ட அலவர்மம் போல உன் திருவடியில் வாழ்ந்திட அருணாச்சலனே நீ அகண்ட ஜோதியனே அல்லல் நீக்கிடவே அகிலம் போற்றுகின்ற ஈசனே சிந்தை கவர்ந்த நேசனே நீ வருவாய் ஒடு கனிகளை பூஜித்தோ அருள் தருவாய்
सच्चिदानन्देश्वर परमशिव समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। Welcome you all. My love.
Today we celebrate the fourth day of the Avatara Dinotsava Brahmotsava, where His Divine Holiness Paramahamsa Nityananda, our beloved Swamiji, is gracing us with the Leela depicting the marriage of Devi Meenakshi, the Tirukalyanam, to Lord Sundaraveshwara. Upon achieving victory over all the 56 deshas, the 56 nations, Devi Meenakshi decided that she had to conquer Kailash. Upon reaching there, even Nandi, Paramashiva's protector, was unable to match her skills. Overpowered, Nandi and all the Bhutaganas looked to Paramashiva, to Sundareshwara, to protect them and Kailash. However, at a single glance, Devi Meenakshi realized who she was looking at, her other half. Upon meeting her other half, her third breast disappeared as was predicted upon her birth, and she merged into that sweet space of oneness with Lord Sundareshwara. Today, we celebrate their sacred and glorious marriage in the kingdom of Madurai, where they rule as king and queen thereafter. Let us now take her blessings with the Maha-Aarti.
Today I'll expand on one of the most important of enlightenment and power manifestation. Understand, yesterday suddenly, before giving the energy darshan, my body went into such an intense samadhi. So much Paramashiva was manifesting. I could not even coherently talk in a language which you all can understand and relate. And finally, I did not do the individual darshan, and when I was in that samadhi, some of the important things revealed in my system, I wanted to share with all of you.
உச்சமனம் தனி நினைத்தமைய அருள் மந்தலி கரப்பகளும் வந்த சுபரக்ஷி வந்தனைய புத்தியினை அருள்வாயே மந்தலி கரப்பகளும் வந்த சுபரக்ஷி புரி வந்தனைய புத்தியினை அருள்வாயே குந்துலுதலுற்ற பொருள் அருள்வாயே கொங்கிலுயிர் பெற்றவளள் தென்கரையில் அப்பரருள் குந்துலுதலுற்ற பொருள் அருள்வாயே குஞ்சர முகர்கிலேய கண்டனின வெற்றி பெரு கொங்கணகிரி குல்வளை பெருமாளே குஞ்சர முகர்கிலேய கண்டனின வெற்றி பெரு கொங்கணகிரி குல்வளை பெருமாளே தங்கிய தந்தடிமை முத்தி பெற சந்திர வெளிக்கு வழி அருள்வாயே தன்னிகை கணபவுசு எண்ணிசை மடிக்கவல சம்பிரம விடக்குடனே அருள்வாயே குங்கணகிரி குல்வல பெருமாளே குங்கணகிரி குல்வல பெரு
Sorry for the technical glitch. Let's start. See, yesterday, when I was in the Samadhi, some of the important revelations Paramashiva revealed to me, I'll share with you all. Understand? I was looking at some quickest, easiest way of transmitting enlightenment. Every time I am in Samadhi, I am only looking at most efficient, easiest way of transmitting enlightenment to all of you. One of the most important revelation I had, understand, very simple, straightforward. It is my personal, intimate relationship with Arunagiri Yogeshwara and my gurus that made enlightenment possible for me. Understand? Why the modern day unconscious materialists, chronic capitalists, irrational atheists, anti-Hindu elements, Hindu phobia people attack gurus, unguru disciple relationship? I tell you, guru disciple relationship can do something to you so beautiful, permanent, which cannot be shaken by any amount of torture from the external world. Any amount of torture they can do, they have done to me, my Guru Bhakti or my commitment to my Gurus or what my Gurus have taught me or given me as a vision, neither it is changing nor it is getting distracted, or even the intensity is not coming down. Listen. People who want to enslave you, make you as a slave, use you as an object for their luxury, comforts, selfish interests, and their own vested interests, do not want you to be grounded in any relationship. Understand? In any relationship, if you are grounded, you will discover you. This whole marital loss of the modern humanity is with the context of divorce. Understand? Still, I will not be able to convince the modern humanity, modern day society. I am born and brought up in a tradition where divorce and second marriage is almost a taboo. Less than 5%. The village I was born and brought up, only less than 5% of people remarry or have second marriage. That also, in that 5%, 4% is because through the first marriage they don't have kids. That's all. No other reason. Divorce is almost non-existent. There are tons of things I need to explain. Understand? In the modern day, the idea of freedom is taught to you to enslave you. Listen carefully. You are brainwashed with the idea choices are freedom. So you can be slave forever, people who provide you choices. Listen carefully. Freedom is your consciousness, ability to exist. Swatantra in Sanskrit. In Hindu tradition, Swatantra means ability for the existence of Swa. Not choices. I tell you, the raw, brutal, mad addiction to choices made people physically, mentally, psychologically, emotionally broken. The number of disease you carry in your body and mind and emotions are horrible, terrorizing in the name of freedom. The concept of choices has been taught to humanity in the name of freedom. The whole mess. Understand, when I grew up, I still remember the depth of relationships if the kids do some mistakes in my village, not only mother or father, not only uncle or a relative, even the villagers, other elders can directly slap the kid. They will. I cannot imagine that now. Even parents. 911. In India also it started. 108. Understand the depth of relationship is constantly getting destroyed. People are becoming individuals and psychologically becoming orphans. That is being taught to you as maturity. What a mess. I have seen my classmates who want to try smoking bidi or cigarette. They cannot buy from the local shops any bidi or cigarette because the owner, he will slap the kids directly. He will sell for adults but not for the kids. So these kids have to befriend the shopwala's kids who sell the bidi cigarette. Those shopwala's kids. I've seen the street corner shops. My friends will befriend his son. That kid will sneak, steal the bidi or cigarette and share it with these boys. Because even though the owner sells bidi and cigarette, he will be so strict about protecting the kids. I tell you, we were all brought up by the whole village. I am so happy. I was brought up by the whole village. I was enriched, empowered, strengthened by the whole village. One grandfather taught me how to make garlands. One grandmother taught me how to wear sari, put the sari on the deities. One uncle taught me how to make toranam. We were empowered, enriched, strengthened by the whole village. Whole village owned us. Whole village brought us up. What a depth of relationship, I tell you. I have seen this large giant family. Kids and women will go to different houses for functions, celebrations, festivals, gatherings, eat there, sleep there. I know how their dignity is maintained. I have never heard something child abuse till I started my public life and went to outside India. I have not even heard that concept. Understand? It's not that I did not go through. Of course, I never went through child abuse is different. Not only I have not gone through, I have not even heard this is possible. But in the modern day, the anti-Hindu narratives are trying to project as if it was there and not recorded. No. If something was there, it cannot miss. A person like me who observes everything, my observation capacity is too much. Nothing can escape. I had 3 eyes, having had and have. And my third eye is awakened when I was 3 or 4. Nothing can escape. I really wanted all of you to know that depth of relationship itself is destroyed in the modern day social, legal, political system makes sure you are rootless and you are orphan, so you can be controlled, enslaved. Understand? These marital laws constantly encouraging divorce. The idea of freedom in the name of choice. Understand the idea of freedom. False idea of freedom. Choices are freedom is the false idea of freedom. Your ability to live the life is freedom, not choices. All right. All the varieties of food you have, but you are diabetic, what to do? All the multiple varieties of sweets are there in front of you, but you are diabetic, what to do? That is what is happening. Everything is there in front of you, but you are not grounded enough to enjoy it. Most stupid exploiting idea taught to humanity is choices are freedom. Oh, if your husband screams, divorce. Wife did shopping little more than you expected, divorce. Father is asking, why are you coming late every night? Then bye, I am going and living on my own. I found my apartment. Relationships have become shallow. All governments, all political system, all legal system, all social system wants to destroy the depths of relationship in your life, so you will feel continuously you are orphan, you can be exploited, enslaved. Understand? A tight-knit joint family cannot be enslaved. They will be a small miniature government on their own. They will be a self-sustaining system on their own. I can tell you, beautiful self-sustaining system of Hinduism, that every village was self-sustaining because of our amazing tight-knit, deep relationship-centered families. Two guys were discussing popular family trends on sex, marriage, and family values. Bill said, I did not sleep with my wife before we got married. Did you? Larry replied, I'm not sure. What was her maiden name? You miss the joke, it's okay. Don't miss the laughter. Wanted you to understand. If you are grounded even in one relationship beautifully, you will discover you. I tell you. Why we don't forget puppy love, puppy love introduces what gender we are. You realize your gender, you mold your gender based on your puppy love. I feel so fortunate. My puppy lovers, Arunagiri Yogeshwara. Listen carefully. You carry the DNA of people with whoever you have physical relationship. You carry the bio memory of the people with whoever you have psychologically fallen in love. Sorry for the technical glitch. Listen. The Gurukul system in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, when kids grow evolve to become man or woman or matured adults, during their adolescence, they are kept in a separate place. Male body separate, female body separate, and in the Gurukuls, the reason is, with whom you fall in love first, only based on that you are going to discover your gender. I tell you, dating before 21, physical relationship before 21 is the worst destruction. You will never realize your true gender. You will live and die in the confusion and conflict and contradictions. It's like a before puppy becomes full dog. If he is killed and embalmed, you think it's cute? He is dead. Same way, before your sexual identity grows, any interaction externally is like killing your sexual identity and embalming. You are going to live with a dead identity. Understand? Getting grounded in every relationship and integrity to relationship. Understand, I tell you, till 21, if you manage all your ups and downs and moods, attractions, attachments, hatred, withdrawal, guilt, everything related to these hormonal ups and downs, you will have the maturity to respect people. You will not behave cheaply, drive in marriage and drive out divorce. You will not treat even your body so cheaply. The depth with which you will deal relationships and your body, you will be so grounded, beautiful, matured being. And maturity will not be an imposed morality. It will be such a natural existence. Natural way of existence. In the name of freedom, the false idea, choices are freedom. With that one thought current, the whole demonic ideas are pushed into the humanity and humanity is destroyed. The roots of the humanity is destroyed. Everyone is now unsettled, feels orphan, doesn't feel like belongs to somebody, belongs to something. That need to feel belonging to something is such an important need for getting grounded, being rooted. So unfortunate. So unfortunate. Whole humanity feels misplaced. It's not in one civilization, one country, one place. Everywhere I am seeing. Everyone feels they are in wrong place. Their job, their relationships, their family, career, everything. Understand, it is not about things outside. It is about the cognitions you carry. Choices are not freedom. Your ability to be grounded, your integrity is freedom. Integrity is swatantra. Freedom, not choices. The moment you start believing choices are freedom, then you become so cunning, selfish. Then the whole world is here only to be exploited by you for your personal gain. It is nothing but all about sucking, exploiting. If you understand integrity is freedom, you will be grounded so beautifully. Every relationship will have such an amazing value. Understand? Even if I scream in the messenger, my Adinavasis put like for that. அப்பாவிகளா, நொந்து நூலா போய் திட்டிட்டு இருக்கேன், அதுக்கு லவ் சிம்பிள் போட்டு வைக்கிறானுங்க. எப்படி தாண்டா உங்களை ட்ரெயின் பண்றது? I tell you, they would have messed up something serious and I'll be ferocious thinking I am Kala Bhairavan, dancing on the fire. All the bad words I know in Tamil, I'll be typing in English. And they will put the love symbol for that. I tell you, with intense relationships, even ferociousness is sweet. Because you know he is in relationship with you, that's enough. That is enough. Then you know one day you are going to be him. Because in normal relationships, you start with the request of, will you marry me? With master, it is, will you become me? So as long as the relationship is there, guarantee that you will become me. I really want to tell you, the real enemy of the stable society, the main reason why the society becomes unstable, not prostitution, drugs, not any of that, but superficial relationships, the relationships where there is no integrity and depth. In all the Hindu nations, alcohol, of course, Hindu alcohol is different. It doesn't destroy your body. The Somarasa puts you in high, but never weakens your health or disturbs your system, internal organs. I commit with you guys, I will decode the Somarasa and reveal to the world. It's very healthy. So I'll reveal it to the world. In a Hindu nation, those days, in Hindu civilizations, Somarasa existed. Prostitution was legal. But it never destabilized the society. Superficial relationships destabilize the society. I can never imagine parents not being taken care in the old age. Because in my family system, till death, the eldest person is going to have the key in his control. The elders are never unwanted or outdated or retired. There is no concept of retirement. When you become old, physical activities are stopped, but still you continue to be the power center. You are constantly needed till the death. And even after death, your blessings are needed. That is what is the Hindu civilization. Understand? Elders, parents are needed even after their death. In the modern day society, neither parents feel they have to earn and keep wealth for kids, nor kids feel they need parents as part of their life. In India, I can never imagine a father not saving for their children. Any responsible father leaves lots of wealth to their kids, and this idea, my last check should bounce, can never fly in India. That is why the Western economical ideas, the modern day economical ideas can never penetrate into India. Sorry, again, mistake. They can never penetrate Hindu civilization. Hindu civilization is the richest economy because the modern day economical ideas cannot penetrate Hindu civilization. Hindu economy has 3 layers. One layer which the man of the family earns, which government knows. Second layer, the man of the family earns, but government does not know. The third layer, woman of the family keeps, which neither man of the family nor the government knows. It's a 3-tier economy. Very grounded. Very grounded. Very strong economy. Still, in Hindu society, borrowing is taboo. In Tamil, there is a beautiful depiction of Ramayanam called Kamba Ramayanam, where the Ravana is about to be defeated. His anxiety, fear, the way he collapsed is described by the poet, author. He uses the example, Kadanpattar Ninjambol Kalanginan Ilangai Vendan. That means person who has borrowed money, how his heart collapses, that is the way the Ravana collapsed. Actually, in the modern day, you should change it. The man who gave the money, how he collapsed, that is the way the Ravana collapsed, not the person who took the money. Katan koduttar ninjambol kalanginan ilangai vendan. We have to change the word. Borrowing was taboo in Hindu civilization. You are supposed to be responsible for your economy. Means you can't be slave. Understand? The whole vision of Hindu civilization is moksha, liberation based. You are grounded but liberated, unexploitable. You can't be enslaved. This modern day anti-Hindu terrorists are abusing this Varnashrama Dharma. I tell you, in real Hindu Varnashrama Dharma, I will never bother about which Varna I belong to. I am ready to live any number of births, but not in this modern day so-called stupid, the anti-Hindu terrorists, atheist terrorist society. All Varnas felt they belonged to that their group, team. So much of groundedness, completion, fulfillment. To the level of responsibility they are ready to take, they had everything needed. Understand now, all the corruption, robbing, everything is because Chandalas who don't want to take the responsibility but want to grab the power. They go on abusing the Hindu Varnashrama Dharma. I wanted all of you to know, even though I am not a Brahmana, I'll strongly support Varnashrama Dharma. The Hindu nation Paramashiva is creating will follow Varnashrama Dharma. It will follow Varnashrama Dharma as per Manu. If India has declared Manu Smriti as their law after independence, now India would have been the topmost world power. Top power center in the world. It is unfortunate Manu was not declared as constitution after independence. Anyhow, the Hindu nation Paramashiva is creating. Manu is the constitution. Manu is the law. Manu, Yajnavalkya, Parashara. There are 36 Dharma Sutras and Smritis available. Of course, there were many. 36 only we were able to gather. We have collected already all the 36. That 36 forms the do's and don'ts of Hindu nation. Right and wrong, CRPC, judicial system, social system of Hindu nation is this Dharmashastras and Smritis. With Paramashiva's grace, I commit with Vedamata and humanity. I'll show you enlightened civilization, how it functions. Crime-free. It is possible. You will be surprised. Paramashiva gives prayaschittas. For so many crimes, he gives prayaschitta. 1008 times chant the Astra Mantra. You may think, oh God, if this is what is the punishment, then maybe we will not be able to control the crime. No, I am telling you, if you know how to rub the right side of the person and eliminate laziness and exploitative nature, you do not need punishment, you need only prayaschitta. The ground on which human beings are standing, if that is made clear for them, if they fall, you just need to make them stand back, that's all. But because the ground itself is not clear, people don't know where to stand, where to align. That is when you need heavy punishments, I tell you. Our Hindu nation will be the no incarceration nation. No army, no incarceration, no punishments, only prayaschitta. If somebody does something out of integrity, only prayaschitta. I am telling you, it is possible. It is time. We need to show to the world humanity needs healing, grounding, not punishment. It needs detoxification, not punishment. I am telling you. Many of my Adinavasis, they throw tantrum. They are almost like my citizen Lena. They throw tantrum. All I do is just keep quiet and allow the detoxification. I tell them, take Haritaki. For all tantrum, detoxification is the solution. The parasites in the stomach, the distress in the intestine system, if that is released, I tell you, literally enema releases depression from your body. Because when the intestine is distressed, it sends intense depression signals to brain, distress signals to brain. If stomach is detoxified, intestines are detoxified through enema, suddenly you will see depression disappears. Detoxification is all you need to change the criminal behavior. Please understand, I am not talking impractical. I am going to make it into reality. I know what I am talking because I have worked with thousands of human beings, if not lakhs, last few years. I have seen good, bad, right, wrong. The most dedicated disciples and the greatest traitors. That way my life is very rich. Very rich. I can make a real beautiful movie with all the Navarasas. My autobiography will not be very plain curd rice. No. It will be an amazing Navarasa. It has all the rasas. It'll be a thriller movie. I really wanted to make a web serial. We are working on it. We will start. Avatars. Avatar tells all. That will be the title. Avatar tells all. I'll make web series on autobiography. I have seen all kinds of people, but I tell you, after being so much attacked, persecuted, how much of hate speech me and my Sangha, my community faced. Not only they try to make Hinduism illegitimate using me, they even try to separate me and Hinduism. Oh, he's not Hindu, he's separate cult. Oh God. When I am alive and practicing everything of Hinduism, so grounded in Hinduism, they are trying to put, they have tried everything. They tried everything. Very frustrated because nothing worked out. Everything like boomeranged on them. Coming year is the worst year for all the Nityananda haters. Nityananda haters either drop hatred or you are going to have the worst year ahead. For all Nityananda's disciples and Nityananda sympathizers, Nityananda lovers, you are going to have a best year ahead. You have a best year ahead. I tell you. I've seen enough of human beings, all type. With that rich strength and experience, I am telling you, relationships becoming shallow, social, legal, moral, political systems making relationships weak and shallow. All the laws are made to weaken the groundingness in the relationship. You are constantly being taught breaking relationships are cute. That is freedom. The endurability level is so drastically reduced. Even a small friction is used to call off the relationship. Not only spouse, husband and wife, even the father, mother, brother, sister. You are not just widow, the husband widow or wife widow. We are father widow, mother widow, brother widow, sister widow, son widow, guru widow. I can never train even one disciple the way I got training from my gurus. I don't have a single disciple. I am announcing it openly. I don't have a single disciple with whom I can have the depth of relationship my gurus had with me. So unfortunate. The whole humanity has become so shallow. The falling of the intensity of the relationships. I tell you, the moment you don't know the intense relationships, you don't know integrity. You don't know the depths of your existence. My yoga guru will make me do Surya Namaskara from sunrise to sunset. And in Tiruvannamalai, hot, sunny region, the sun stays awake for more than 14 hours, not 12 hours. And another one thing, this fellow has the powers to make the time more. But I just know there is no other choice. That choicelessness made me to go to the depths of the situation and relationships where I was put. That made me who I am now. Just like that, I was able to lose weight, manage body, play with my body as I want, understand, 10 inches and almost 20 kg I lost all in 1 month, maybe 40 days. I don't know. That's all. You can see. Just like that, body gets detoxified. Still 20 hours a day I can comfortably work. Happily. Thousands of decisions I can take. I can put thousands in tension and I can be tension free. Sitting as Paramashanta, I can make thousands work. Just because of what they've done to my system, my gurus have done to my system. And I tell you, I was able to go through this whole training because of my depth of relationship with my gurus. Otherwise, even if I am forced, I could have fallen into depression or denial, complete saying no. Fortunately, nothing of that has happened. I am still working sincerely to reproduce the ecosystem with which Paramashiva held me when I landed. When I landed, he held me with such a beautiful ecosystem, the spiritual incubator called Arunachala. That ecosystem, that spiritual incubator is what I am trying to create as Nityananda Gurukul. The depth of the personal relationship with the master is directly equivalent to your enlightenment and power manifestation. That's all. Simple one line essence of not today's satsang. All my satsangs I delivered, delivering, going to deliver. Depth of integrity, intimacy, authenticity you have in the relationship with your guru is directly equivalent to the enlightenment and the power manifestation you will be having in your life. That's it. People who want to enslave you constantly tell you, parents are exploiting you, your wife is exploiting you, husband is exploiting you, brother is exploiting you, sister is exploiting you, teachers are exploiting you, finally your guru is exploiting you. who teach you all these. They uproot you, make you feel orphan, misplaced. So when you are orphan, they can exploit you. I tell you, ground yourself with your mother, with your father, with every relationship you had in your life. Bring completion. Detoxify those relationships. Let all the incompletions leave. Ground yourself with every relationship, even if they are not alive anymore. Connect with them and bring completion. Bringing completion into every relationship will bring depth in your integrity, and that will bring depth between you and me. The real personal intimate relationship between guru and disciple will flower when you have a complete completion and groundedness, integrity in all your other past relationships. I have seen a boy or girl who had a best relationship with their father and mother. When they come and settle down with me in the Adinam, the kind of the stability they radiate, I know I can trust them, they are part of me. Understand? Completion with all relationships brings groundedness, and you realize your real gender. I tell you, the relationships, its depths, its attitudes decide the gender you are going to develop in you. Blessed are those who build a gender of Guru in them with their intimate, integrated relationship with the Guru. When you cherish intimate, integrated, authentic relationship with Guru, you grow in a gender called transcendental gender, because he is transcendental gender. You will grow in that same transcendental gender. That is what I call cosmic union, oneness. Paramatantra is Paramaswatantra. The relationships you have decides the gender in which you are growing. Gender is not static, it is dynamic. Fools are those who believe gender is static. As long as your body is dynamic, gender is dynamic. How food creates or heals diseases in you, the love and the relationships and the persons whom you cherish decides or heals gender in you. Understand how your weight is changing. It is dynamic. Your weight, your blood pressure, your sugar level, how your body is dynamic. Same way your gender is dynamic. If you think your gender is static, you are a fool. Your gender is dynamic is the truth. Based on the food you eat, your health changes. Based on the love you eat, the thought currents you eat, your gender changes. The most sweetest, intimate, personal, integrated, authentic relationship with Guru makes you grow into transcendental gender that is directly equivalent to the enlightenment and power manifestation you will have. Understand? Modern day tons of researchers are already revealing the person with whom you have physical relationship, you carry all their DNA and you get impacted by all their DNAs. Men or women. Same way, the person with whom you cherish psychological relationship, you carry and get impacted by all their biomemories. The Guru, who is literally divine, Paramashiva, with whom you have intimate, integrated, personal, authentic relationship, you carry his very DNA, very biomemory, and very powers, enlightenment, bioenergy itself. Enlightenment or power manifestation is all about intimacy, integrity, authenticity you have with your Guru, the personal relationship with your Guru. That's all. That's all. All the best things in my life happened because of my intense, intimate, integrated, personal relationship with my Gurus. So this is the essence of not just today's satsang, all the satsangs I delivered, delivering, going to deliver. Intimate, integrated, authentic, personal relationship with Guru is enlightenment, state, space, powers, being and superconsciousness of Paramashiva. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.